So guys, with the new expansion, I was able to make a new meta train that has every PvE meta in the game, so that way you can get all of your weeklies in one go, and it gives a good amount of gold, around, under my calculations, 35 gold per hour if you use some crafting. And I'm gonna break down how it works, what metas we do, what high rolls you can have if you don't craft, how much gold you do anyways, and all of this information. So first of all, as you can see, here is our meta train. We have all of these metas in a period of 5 hours, and each of them give you some different some different reasons of why you should do it, some different profits, some different materials. I'm actually gonna make a tier list of the most profitable metas in the game, and I'll go in a bit more detail there, of course, but in here I'll give you a little bit of a TLDR for each of the metas and why we do it. Of course, Triple Trouble, I just really like it, and I have, I'm part of a guild that does it every day at this time, and I really like doing it with them, and we do it very fast, we never fail. Triple Trouble is not that profitable. According to Fast, it's around 4 gold, actually. I have my profits here from all the meta train, but I can't really say exactly how much gold I get from each of the metas, right? Just a combination of all the 5-hour meta train, right? But in here, as you can see, Fast usually says, I essentially copied the things from his from their website, right? But they're the same. Tributor was around 4 gold. It's not that bad, not too much, not too little. But we do it very fast, and we usually never fail, right? So, and of course, you can get the ascended armors, which are unique skins from the game, which look pretty cool, so it's pretty nice, right? So you get 2 things, right? Archipelago, you do it because of the currency that is very, very valuable for legendaries or for making weapons that you can sell. It doesn't really have a lot of high rolls, but you can also do rifts while waiting for this meta to spawn, which is actually pretty fun. Etherblade, you get an ambergris, absolutely great, and a lot of Imperial favors, which are also good. United, all the typical materials and unidentified gears, as all of the other metas, and all of these metas will give you this. It's around, as you can see here, Archivo is like 15 gold, and what is Etherblade? 18 gold, right? Pretty good. Not bad at all for a 30-minute meta, right? Pretty good. So yeah, pretty awesome. Doppelganger. Honestly, Doppelganger, you get an Amalgamated Gemstone. It's not that much gold. Honestly, it's not really that much. It's like 2 gold. But it is part of the weekly PvE Wizard Vault. So you kind of want to do it. You kind of want to have it for you guys to, because Doppelganger is not that popular, so it's very good if I put it here. That way we can actually, all get our objectives done, and you guys can get your Astra claim. So that's the main reason why we do it. And it's actually pretty fast. It takes like around 5 minutes, because we go in there after someone else did the pre-event, so we just go in there, get the kill, get out, right? So it's pretty good. We also do sometimes Sendajun. After we do Doppelganger ones, we do Sendajun, the Spirit Vestibule, which is also part of the weekly, and it gives you an insane amount of Jade Runestones, which is actually very, very, very expensive, so it's very, very good gold. Fortress Fire, you kill some champs, you get some bags, pretty good, has some materials, some unidentified gears, and of course the Amalgamated Gemstone, and as well the Wizard's Vault objective, so very good stuff. Piñata, we only do it when we do rifts. That way, when we're waiting for the coins to happen, which takes like 20 minutes, we don't actually have to wait, right? We can actually do something else, so it makes it very, very profitable, because we can do rifts instead, which are pretty worth doing. Because the essences, you can transform it into motivations, which you can also sell. Drownstorm, Memories of Arene, gold. Actually, a few high rolls like volcanic weapons, which are like 50 gold, and of course the Infusion and the Frost Soul, which absolutely looks great. I love that weapon. It's actually such Frost Soul. It's such a cool weapon, man. It's just beautiful. Look at that weapon. Of course, you're gonna want to do Drownstorm every day to get this one, right? So it takes a few boxes, right? And it's pretty fast as well. Anomaly, the Mystic Coin. You go in, you get out, you get your Anomaly, you get your Mystic Coin, you're done. Chak, honestly, that one is not that profitable, but you have the high roll for the Chak Infusion, which is like, what, more than 10k gold or something? I don't actually remember them all, to be honest. But it's very, very expensive, so very, very good. And you get some HOT currencies, which you want for legendary, some sort of other stuff, and most people need it anyways. Sometimes we get rifts there, sometimes we don't. And of course, as well, you get the weekly done, which is sometimes Chak is part of it, right? Gang War, same weekly. You also get a Jade Runestone from the kill, you get some Imperial Favors, you get some normal materials, pretty good gold. It's very useful, it's very good. And it's for fun, right? Octavine, a lot of units, and the possibility to get an infusion as well. Pretty fun as well, pretty quick. Just go in, go out, done. And part of the weekly. Maw of Torment, part of the weekly as well. We should do or Octavine and Drakkar, or Octavine and Maw of Torment, plus Eternal. We will choose depending on the day. That way we can actually get Junon, because there's no point in doing Maw of Torment and Junon at the same time, because they give you the same chest. So there's no point, and they're different weeklies as well, so it's better to have this way instead, right? We also, we do Drakkar, because I like Drakkar, and he has a lot of, it's not that much gold, it really isn't, how much, and it's kind of long. Drakkar is like around, what, 3 gold? It's really not, it's not that much, but you can get the infusion, you can get some skins that are exclusive from Drakkar, and I really like it, so I don't care if it's not that good. I will do it because I enjoy it, okay? My training probably would be a bit more profitable if I did something else there, like Auspitz. I'm not gonna lie, but I like Drakkar, and I don't hate Auspitz, but yeah, I don't know. I like Drakkar. I want to do Drakkar. Okay, it's my train. I can do it, and I'm sure that the Wizards Vault will eventually put it in the rotation. So when that happens, you're gonna need me. So it's fun. It's better to have it here. Sometimes we do the tunnel, the Jala Delves part 1. I don't do the part 2 because it's too long and it's not worth it. It's actually very profitable. Jala Delves, very profitable. Kind of long, but it's part of the rotation, and it can give you the energized caches, the energized weapons, which are insanely expensive. So very much worth it. They're like 40 gold each. I'll have a video, I'll put it in the description on how to get these items. Just since you have to pick one of the filters that you can get one of these weapons each time you open one of the caches, the chests, and that's the best one. And that way, if you get the other time I did a run for it, I got 2 of them. I get a 100 gold in what, 40 minutes? Jesus Christ, it was great. And only that, on that, I got a lot of other materials as well. So the tunnel, honestly, I might not like it, you might not like it, because not a lot of people like it, but you know what? I think it's pretty profitable, and you know, look, ain't that said that it's in the Wizards Vault? It is what it is. We must do it. Dude, I need to just close WoW. I just finishing rares, and that fucking sound is all it just goes all the time. It's fine. Next one, Battle for Alliance Arch. Battle for Alliance Arch is actually very good as well. It's we do it pretty fast. We take around 12 minutes. Not bad. In a bug, you're not gonna get this. It's not part of the rotation of the Wizards Vault, but a lot of people need it for achievements, and of course, it can give you the weapons that are like 100 gold each, so it's actually pretty profitable, and they're not even that uncommon. I see them pretty frequently, at least once a week, someone gets one, so it's actually pretty good. I got one the other day, so pretty cool, pretty worth it. Junundu, honestly, just because it's part of the Wizards Vault rotation, that's mainly the only reason. It's not actually that bad, it's around 4 gold, and it's pretty fast, but yeah, it's not really worth that much. And we do it very fast as well, because honestly, you don't have to do the 3 little events, you can only do 1, and you'll get the chest anyway. So I just do 1, I go in there late, we just blast, get all the crystals in the lures, and we just go, get 1 fort, done, be done with it, move on, right? Amnitas is a new expansion, and it's very profitable, the currencies you can get here. And if you arrive early, which you should, because the event starts actually 10 minutes earlier than it actually says, so it's actually worth it to do rifts while waiting, and that, you know, can give you a lot of gold as well. Baron Brink, just go in there, get out, get an Amalgamated Gemstone. It takes no time, it's actually very profitable. Very cool. The Quaddle, you just get a lot of karma and a lot of items that you can sell for a lot of gold, right? Well, it's not like insane amount, but like to it's like 4 gold, right? 4.72 gold. And it's actually pretty fun meta as well. So it ends up being worth it nonetheless. Marinette, honestly, that one is because I love Marinette, and no one else does it. Some people need the achievements. And to Quaddle, by the way, you still need it for Wizards Vault, so better to have it there. Marinette, Marinette is great. I love it. And you get a good amount of gold. If you don't fail, it's actually worth it. It's actually not the worst gold priority. What's going to take you, like 10 minutes? It's going to be like 6 gold. For 10 minutes, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So yeah, pretty much worth it. And then Drown's End, of course, to end it with, because like, how can you not end with Drown's End? And you get the Antique Summoning Stone, a lot of Imperial Favors, a lot of other items, tier 6s, a lot of materials. and you end up with a meta that is a bit long, but it gives you around what, 16 gold. Pretty good. It used to be better because the antique summoning stones were, you know, more expensive, but nonetheless, it's pretty good and it's a pretty epic fight. I really like it, and I think it's part of the Wizard Vault. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. So I end up having it. Oh, I forgot. Dragon Stand. We also do that some other days because of the Wizard Vault, and it's actually not even that bad. It's a bit long, but usually you get in and someone else is already doing it, so you can just get in, a pump, get the kill, get out, and you're done. And you get your Memories of Reen, which I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you do get Memories of Reen so with it. Before it was used to be very, very unrewarding. Now it's not that bad. Where is it? I should have it here. I guess you don't have it, but it's not bad. Oh yeah, it's like 9 gold. I calculated this myself because Fast didn't have these numbers, but it's around like 9 gold. It's actually not bad at all. So yeah, there you go. Now, yeah, so there you go. And now for the profits, you can see that I essentially run the data wars, or I guess it's like it's a profit calculator. It tells you exactly all the amount of items that you got and the amount of gold you got each time, right? And I put everything here. Actually, this time I actually we forgot to do the quartal. Well, we don't forget. We didn't make it. We didn't make Dragon Storm, so I just put the amount of gold that you would get from those ones here. Anyways, because I know the items are you always get the same amount of Memories of Reen and all these other things, and 2 gold, so it's like easy to calculate. So I just put it here, and all of the little items that you drops from doing the game, right? And this is the first time I did it. It got me around this amount of gold. It gave me in total 178 gold, which is 35 gold per hour. Now, this is considering that you're using static charges and Pinch of Stardust to make weapons to sell them. I have a video on how to do that. I'll put it in the description if you want to do it. Of course, I'm also considering spirit charges around 1 gold because you can transform them into something else by doing the 1 gold. You have to do like a little bit of crafting, but like it takes like what, 2 minutes. It's not really that big of a deal, right? And of course, I'm also considering that you're gonna use your Imperial Favors to buying exotics and selling them, right? They take a lot of time to sell, but to be honest, it's the only way you can transform it into gold anyway. So otherwise, it's like wasted money. Now, same thing. Case of Captured Lightning and Patch of Stardust. I do the same thing with the Static Charge and Pinch of Stardust. I just need to consider them to sell for to craft weapons and sell them, right? And all of this gave me, the 178 gold. Now, if you delete this and you don't consider any of this, for example, without Imperial Favors and Spirit Charge, it gives you 127 gold, which is 25 gold per hour. And if you don't do any crafting at all, you just don't use any of these items, not the Spirit Charge, not the Static Charge, Pinch of Stardust, Case of Captured Lightning, Patch of Stardust, and Imperial Favor, it gives you 100 gold, which is 20 gold per hour. So still pretty good, and you're blasting with currencies. So pretty cool. For the and also we have the other option, which is essentially if you transform Imperial Favors into precursors. In this case, I actually made some changes. There's not that much difference between actually I don't know why this is, but there's not that much difference between doing the precursors and not doing the precursors, because the precursors will essentially consume the spirit charge you earned from the Metrain and some of the Imperial Favors. So you'll get around the same amount of gold, more or less, 35 gold per hour, right? But the difference is that the precursors are very easy to do and very fast. In the other way, if you just consider this the value, the spirit charge and the Imperial Favors, you can have to transform them into something else in order to get the gold out of them. The precursors, just do the precursors, you sell them, you're done, right? In this case, if you just consider these two things separately, you'll have to essentially use the spirit charge to transform tier 5s into tier 6s in the Mystic Forge, for example, to get gold out of them, which is also a valid way to do it. It's just that it'll take you more time because you're gonna have to, go into the Mystic Forge and do it over and over again. As you can see here, I'll just show you right now how you do it. But yeah, you just go here into the currency and you can see spirit charge and goes to efficiency, and it'll tell you which ways you can. I will not use these weapons; they take a long time to actually be able to be sold, so I would not do that. But as you can see here, all of these. Where are the items? There you go. These items you can transform bone shards into bones, and this will give you 73 silver each spirit shard. And you can do these other versions, and they change every time, but it will take you a long time to do it because you essentially use just a few spirit shards at a time. In this case, doing the precursors, it will do 50 at a time, which is way easier to deal with, and essentially the time that you're wasting is not as much. Therefore, you're not losing time because gold per hour is because it's per hour, right? The more time you spend crafting stuff, the more gold you're gonna lose, right? It's the same reason why legendaries is the best way to do this, but of course you have to do 3 or 4 hours more of map completion and gift of battle and all this stuff. So essentially decrease your gold per hour. It still will be worth it, and way more than what we have here. It will be way more than 35 gold per hour. It'll be like 40 or 50 or whatever. But yeah, so there you go. Now for the Imperial Favors, what you want to do if you don't want to use the precursors, the only way you can do it is actually go to the sell the antique exotic set from the heavy or the medium one or the light one from the same person you get the precursors from. This person that you get the statuettes with, you give them the statuettes, and then you can buy them these items: the antique summoning, the antique gloves, shoulder pass helms, heavy, medium, and light, and they sell for a good amount of gold. As you can see, if I press here, each one is like what, 2 gold, so you're gonna get some good gold. But they take a while to sell, so I personally wouldn't recommend it. I would always recommend doing precursors, but it is your choice. So there you go. And if you do legendaries with Imperials, oof, you go insanely hard even further, right? So it's an insane amount of gold. Now, I repeated this train a few times. It gave me a bit less. Actually, this one specifically gave me way less, because I honestly was reacting to videos on stream, and I did not pay attention to the game, and I'm pretty sure I missed some events. But, it's still, pretty similar, as you can see. 32 gold per hour, 20 gold per hour here. 22 gold per hour here instead of 25, 17 gold per hour. So pretty similar anyways, right? And in here, I did it again, and this one was 24 gold per hour here, 19 gold per hour here, 31 gold per hour here. So pretty similar nonetheless, 33 versus 35. So it's depending on how much attention you're paying, it's going to be different, right? It is fair to say that this is like, what, 35 gold per hour, because this was almost 36, right? So overall, it's going to be 35 gold per hour. It's going to be 20 gold per hour if you don't craft stuff or do anything with any of these items that you get, any of these currencies. If you actually want to get a 35 gold per hour or 40 gold per hour by crafting, which you don't have to do, but if you want to do it, you want to get all of that gold, all of the value from those currencies, what you want to do is go into your weaponsmith or your artificer or your huntsmanner, I guess you could say. You have to I think you have to at least to have level 400. I think you need 500. You need to get your dragons recipes that you get from Arborstone, from Labas, right here. Let me just close this. From here, this is for Imperial Fairs, by the way. I have a video on it. I have a video from the currencies for End of Dragons, and of course from the ones from Soto as well. I'll put it in the description. But yeah, you get in here, and this part, you talk to them, you get the recipes from it, you get your dragon weapon, you get all these items that you need to do it, and you need the Blessing of the 8 Emperors that you can get from inside on Province by giving the vendor the weekly statuettes that you get from the metas. You can buy them from the trading post. As I said before, I have the video on the bottom as well, and you get it from here, right? And you get the items, you get these items with Imperial Favors. You craft the little items, you get all of these ones, you craft what you buy what you have to buy. You get this one from Spirit Charts, you get this one from Research Notes, which honestly, there's a few ways of doing it. You can go to fast.com and get those and see what the best way is to do it for you. If you want to craft them, it's a bit cheaper. If you want to buy them from the trading post, your potions, you can just buy them and research note them. I'll make a video on how I make research notes so you guys can have an idea, but it's very easy. It's kind of annoying sometimes, but it is what it is. You get all the items you need, you craft the item, you sell it for, what is this, Dragon's Rending, it's about 154 gold. Pretty good, right? Pretty good. You can also make legendaries, but that's another one. It's a bit hard. I mean, it's not hard. It takes more time for sure. So for this, at least it will be 35 gold per hour. Pretty good, right? 40 gold per hour. Pretty good, right? Now, if you want to do this with the from the Soto with the Soto currencies, you would have to go for Storm Eye, Dagger, or like any other Storm thing, or Storm Forged Dagger, or any other weapon, right? You can get them by using your Porch of Stardusts or Case of Captured Lighting, which you get by doing the metas or by converting your currencies on the vendors, on these Soto vendors. To these specific items, you need to some research notes. You have to get them. I guess it's kind of annoying. You need to get these items. You craft them. You buy the items to do that, right? And then you sell them for 16 gold per each. It's pretty good, right? So essentially, one meta each meta you do, you're gonna get at least one of them, a bit more as well, because you're gonna get some currency as well. So pretty good, right? And you get these recipes from, you actually have this skin unlocked from the base version, which are rares, and you can buy them in the training post anyways. But you get them with the dwarf guy that I forget the name of. But that guy, that is right here, and he sells you some Mystic Forge stuff, right? He's like right here on the bottom, right? You get them, you get the recipes from them, and then you make a lot of gold from this. If you don't have, you don't have to if you don't want to, but this way you'll make way more gold than if you were to not use these items at all. Of course, you can save them for other purposes, like legendaries, or like the armor, the legendary armor that you're gonna get in a few months. But there you go. I also grabbed the fast values from each of the meta trains, guys, and I transformed them into gold. Into, like, you know, this is like all the metas we do, and this is the amount of gold you make. So it gave me, with their values, which is way more chill, it gave me 26 gold per hour and 29 gold per hour. So definitely less than what I do, because they consider experience way worse than I do. But they also do consider the crafting. So if you want, you can take these numbers as well. I did my research, and I did, you know, I did run my data wars and get all the items and put them here as well, right? So I think my data is correct. But then again, if you want, you can trust that fast as well. Nonetheless, it's still pretty good gold per hour. And it gives you every one of the Wizard's Vault objectives. So essentially you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone, which is very, very cool, right? I think. This profit, of course, doesn't count on big high rolls that you can get from the meta train, right? Like infusions, like big items, like all of this stuff. So it could get way higher than 35 gold per hour. And of course, it doesn't count as well the fact that you're getting a lot of Astral Claim that you will use in order to probably get some gold or some other rewards that you would want from the weekly objectives. So worst case scenario is going to be 20 gold per hour if you just don't use any crafting. But even then, you'll be able to use your currencies for other stuff, like your Imperial for Gen 3s that you're going to be able to use, right? Or maybe you're going to bind them yourself, or the expansion currencies that you're going to be able to use for the open world armor legendary, and of course the essences that you'll be able to use for the rifts. For the legendary that you get from the rifts as well. So even if you don't want to craft, you still get value from a lot of other parts. I'm not gonna consider part of the profit because it's irregular. It depends on what you do, but of course, those are the advantages of doing this meta train, right? But there you go, guys. That's how you make 40 gold per hour with the new meta train and get all of your Wizard's Vault events, objectives from PvE. In just one go. You can come in the morning to the train. It's around 7 AM EST when we start, and we end up at around 1:45 PM EST, and you can come in whenever. I'll maybe try and do it a few times at the afternoon or whatever, but you're gonna get a lot of gold, a lot of currencies for your legendaries, a lot of rift essences because we do rifts in between, and of course you're gonna get all of the Wizard's Vault objectives. So pretty cool. If you like doing it, follow the stream in the description, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. So there you go. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Boom.